Hashtag you're not burning the midnight oil. You're burning your brain. There's a drug that boosts memory by 40%, raises creativity by 30%, cuts cancer risk in half, and adds 10 years to your life. It's free. It's legal. And you're probably skipping it tonight. It's not a pill. It's not a supplement. It's the thing you're actively fighting to do less of. Asterisk asterisk. That drug is sleep. The book I'm breaking down today is the single most important thing I've ever read about your health. It's called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, director of UC Berkeley Center for Human Sleep Science and one of the most cited sleep researchers on the planet. Bill Gates read it and completely reorganized his life around sleep. Because here's the truth Walker drops on page 1. You are not pushing through. You are actively damaging your brain, and most of the damage is permanent. Today, I'm walking you through what's actually happening inside your skull every night. The numbers will make you uncomfortable. The science will make you reconsider every all-nighter you've ever pulled. And by the end, I'm giving you Walker's 12 rules for sleep, the protocol that rewired my entire relationship with the night. If you've ever told yourself, I'll sleep when I'm dead, this one is for you, because you might get there faster than you think. Let's go. Part 1, the life or death code inside your brain. Let me start with a question that stopped me cold. How many hours can you stay awake before your brain is legally drunk? 17 hours. After 17 continuous hours without sleep, your cognitive performance drops to the same level as a blood alcohol level of 0.05%, legally impaired in most countries. After 20 hours, you're at 0.08%, fully drunk. Walker proved this with brain scans, and what he found rewrites everything you thought you knew about sleep. Think of your brain as a 24-hour factory. During the day, it's cranking, making memories, processing emotions, running decisions. But like any factory, it produces waste. That waste is beta-amyloid protein, the exact same substance that builds up in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. Here's the number that made my stomach drop. When you stay awake for 24 hours, beta-amyloid deposits increase by 2.3 times the normal rate. That's a flood. But when you do sleep, the magic happens. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid flow through your brain increases by 200%. Imagine your brain has one janitor during the day, and at night an entire army of janitors floods in and scrubs every corner clean. Walker calls this your nightly detox. No supplement replaces it. You either sleep or you don't clean. The damage is cumulative and irreversible. Long-term night shift workers showed an 8% shrinkage in the hippocampus, the memory center. 8% of the organ that holds your life's memories. Gone. It's not just the brain. Growth hormone, your body's fountain of youth, is 75% secreted during deep sleep. DNA repair accelerates by 30%. During the day you're driving. At night you need the garage. Skip it and the whole thing breaks down. How much sleep do you actually need? Most people say 6 or 7 hours. The research says, if you're consistently under 7, you're accumulating a sleep debt your body can never fully repay. Part 2, the precision instruments inside your head. So how does sleep work? You have 2 sleep systems living inside you. The first is your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. Its weapon is melatonin. When darkness falls, it floods your bloodstream like a chemical lullaby. But it has a fatal weakness, blue light. That 450 to 480 nanometer wavelength from your phone hits your rhythm like sunlight hits a vampire. 1 hour of phone use before bed delays melatonin release by 3 hours. You go to bed at 11 p.m., but your body thinks it's 2 a.m. The second system is sleep pressure, driven by adenosine. From the moment you wake up, adenosine builds. Every hour, your sleep drive increases about 15%. Then caffeine enters. Caffeine doesn't give you energy, it blocks adenosine receptors. The fatigue is still building, you just can't feel it. Like tape over your fuel gauge. And with a half-life of 5 to 7 hours, a 2 p.m. coffee means half of it is still blocking your sleep receptors at 9 p.m. Caffeine 6 hours before bed reduces deep sleep by 30%. Now let's go inside sleep itself, a 5-act play. Acts 1 and 2, light sleep. Sleep spindles fire thousands of them, packaging short-term memories for long-term storage. Act 3, deep sleep. Slow delta waves wash over your brain. Growth hormone peaks. If light sleep tidies the room, deep sleep rebuilds the house. Acts 4 and 5, REM sleep. This is your brain's wild laboratory, connecting dots your waking brain never could. Benzene's ring structure came from a dream. Mendeleev's periodic table came from a dream. Einstein credited dreams for relativity. This isn't coincidence. It's REM-fueled creative association. But REM's most important job is emotional regulation. The stress hormone norepinephrine drops to zero, the only time all day. It's a psychological massage, smoothing out accumulated anxiety, fear, and anger. Part 3. The compound interest trap of sleep debt. Now the uncomfortable part. Walker states, sleep debt cannot be repaid. It's a health loan with compound interest. Do the math. 2 hours less per night equals 14 hours a week, 60 hours a month, 730 hours a year, an entire month of lost sleep. Can you make it up on the weekend? No. Even after 10 days of catch-up, you recover less than 30% of lost cognitive function. The damage is written into your brain. The metabolic damage is brutal. Sleep-deprived people consume 385 extra calories per day, roughly a cheeseburger. It's not willpower. Your starved brain screams for high-calorie food. Insulin sensitivity drops 40%. Same meal, more body fat. Your body switches from fat-burning to fat-storing mode. But the worst is permanent cognitive damage. Walker's team had students learn vocabulary. The sleep-deprived group showed a 40% memory drop. Even after 3 recovery days, they still couldn't match normal sleepers. Their brains had been structurally altered. Think of your brain as a sponge. Sleep deprivation permanently damages its structure. Emotional regulation collapses. Your amygdala becomes 60% more reactive while your prefrontal cortex goes quiet, gas pedal floored, brakes cut. That's why you're irritable. You're not weak. Your brain is offline. One more number. Consistently sleeping less than 6 hours a night raises depression risk tenfold. Not correlated, causal. So the damage is real. The debt is unpayable. The question is, who's stealing your sleep in the first place? Asterisk asterisk. Part 4. The modern sleep killers. Walker calls modern life a sleep deprivation factory. Killer 1. LED blue light. Before Edison, humans slept 9 hours. Today, under 7. Blue light precisely suppresses melatonin. Killer 2. The temperature trap. Bedroom should be 18 to 19 degrees Celsius, 64 to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. A core temperature drop of just 0.2 degrees Celsius triggers sleep. But we keep bedrooms at 25 degrees Celsius. Walker's hack. Take a hot bath an hour before bed. The heat dilates vessels, your body sheds heat rapidly, and that temperature drop signals sleep. Killer 3. The alcohol lie. A nightcap doesn't induce sleep, it induces sedation. It destroys REM sleep and fragments your architecture. Killer 4. Social jet lag. Weekday versus weekend schedule gap. Every 1 hour increase raises obesity risk 33%. Killer 5. The stress spiral. Chronic cortisol keeps your brain on alert, extends time to fall asleep by 50%, and reduces deep sleep by 30%. Insomnia creates stress, which creates more insomnia, a quicksand trap. Part 5. Walker's 12 Rules. Condensed. So what now? Here are the rules that rewired me. 1. Consistency is king. Same bedtime and wake time, even weekends. Your circadian clock needs consistency. 2. Light is medicine and poison. Morning, 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. Evening, dim lights, no bright light after 9 p.m. Best hack. Phone out of the bedroom an hour before bed. 3. Cold room, warm feet. Bedroom 18 to 19 degrees Celsius. Wear socks if cold. Cool body, warm feet is ideal. 4. Exercise in the golden window. 30 minutes daily, but not within 3 hours of bed. Sweet spot. 4 to 6 p.m. 5. Caffeine curfew. Nothing after 2 p.m. includes tea, chocolate. Remember the half-life. Taper off, your natural energy is stronger. 6. Alcohol is not your friend. None within 3 hours of bed. It sedates, destroys REM, structural sabotage. 7. No late heavy meals. Nothing big 3 hours before bed. Mild hunger is bad too. Magnesium and tryptophan foods help. 8. Bedroom is a temple. Only sleep and intimacy. No work, TV, phone. Train the brain. Bedroom equals sleep. 9. Wind down ritual. Warm bath, book, meditation, journal. Gratitude practice activates the relaxation switch. 10. The 20-minute rule. If you can't sleep in 20 minutes, get up. Quiet activity until sleepy. Avoid bed equals anxiety. 11. Nap smart. under 30 minutes before 3 p.m. A 26-minute NASA nap improved pilot performance by 35%. 12. Sunlight is free medicine. 30 minutes outdoor light daily, especially morning. Or use a light therapy lamp. Closing. The drug that costs nothing and saves everything. All 12 rules depend on one mindset shift. Walker says it best. We celebrate staying up late as hardworking, and mock going to bed on time as lazy. That's backwards. If a pill boosted memory 40%, raised creativity 30%, cut cancer risk 50%, and extended lifespan 10 years, how much would you pay? That pill is free. It's called 8 hours of sleep. Let me leave you with the study that convinced me this is not optional. Every spring, when daylight saving costs Americans 1 hour of sleep, heart attacks jump 24% the next day. Every fall, when we gain an hour back, heart attacks drop 21%. 1 hour. Life or death. That's not a metaphor. That's cardiac data. Asterisk asterisk. Sleep is the single most effective, free health intervention humanity has ever discovered. Tonight, your brain is about to clean its toxins. Your body is about to repair damage. Your memories will cement. Your emotions will rebalance. Your creativity will ignite. All you have to do is close your eyes. So here's my challenge. Pick one rule. Phone out? Bed 15 minutes earlier? Lower thermostat? Start there. Read Why We Sleep. It might just save your life. Tell me in the comments, what time do you usually turn off your last screen tonight? And what time will you turn it off tomorrow? I read every reply. Asterisk asterisk. See you in the next video.